welcome to the actual 30th episode of Financial Independence Retire Early. My name is Bert. Thank you for watching, right? Hit those like, subscribe buttons for the algorithm and just like share this content with anybody else who you think might find it interesting, weird, or just like, huh? Right, just keep on sharing, right? On this 30th episode, this is a question comment that I got asked by somebody in the community. They asked me like, what is my general strategy for the year? Right? What is my general strategy, excuse me, for the year 2022, considering how like the year started and all of the news and everything considering, and also maybe just like my personal plans, right? So obviously this is a general or basic strategy. Things may change as the year unfolds. So my opinion is going to change. My decisions may change. The same way with you. This is not like advice or anything like that. I hope also you make your own research and you make up your own mind before you make up your own opinion and you decide on your own actions. So my opinions may change as the year unfolds and as more information and more as reality changes. But this is just my general strategy, my simple strategy for the year 2022, considering how they already started and the reality as it is now and the facts and the information that we have as it unfolds itself. So in 2022, two major things, right, or two major news points are dictating my general strategy. So number one, that's inflation, like global inflation, like the cost of living has just gone up. Whether you're in America, whether you're in the UK, whether you're in Turkey, Iran, whether you're in South Africa, the cost of living has just gone up. And we're hearing a lot of people say across the world that they're reaching record highs in inflation, right? 40-year highs, 30-year highs. So the cost of living generally has gone up. Oil prices, gas prices, electricity prices, bread prices, man, rent. Just look, I'm feeling it. I know a lot of people are feeling it too, but generally the cost of living has gone up and it's called inflation, right? So living expenses are up, inflation is up. That's number one. Number two, depending on how you're exposed to the American stock exchange and to the cryptocurrency markets, those two financial markets have seen like declines in value, right? Generally, there's a 10 to 50% decline in market value. Individual companies are seeing up to 80% drops from their all-time highs. Some of them are seeing 50-60% drops from their actual entry price. So the markets, cryptocurrencies, and generally in America have seen a lot of value reduction, value loss. People are selling and clicking out, and I guess maybe keeping cash, I don't know. But in the South African markets, my exposure to the South African markets, I'm not seeing a lot of bad news, but my exposure to cryptocurrency and to the American Stock Exchange, again, all of this depends on your entry price and your exposure level. We'll get into a bit later, but generally, the indexes, the S&Ps, and even individual companies are seeing anything from a 10 to a 50% reduction in value, right? And so these two major news points, inflation and the reduction in market value, are what are dictating my basic strategy for the year 2022. So what is my general strategy for 2022? Obviously, there's something I don't think, would have not been a strategy even if these news weren't this way. Number one is just to like increase my income, but now I have to increase my income because one, I can't depend on my investments anymore because they've seen such a reduction in value, right? So I can't be withdrawing now because things have gone down, right? I'm already exposed negatively in some of these individual stock prices, right? Because unfortunately, I consider myself a hodler. That strategy is also going to change. I'll get into that also. But I'm seeing a lot of value reduction, so I can't depend on my share price, on my share investments anymore, or my crypto investments anymore. And number two, because the cost of living has gone up, I just have to increase my income. I really have to increase my income. That is like a major underlying factor in my strategy for this year. My active income, I have to increase my active income. Number two, my passive income, I have to increase my passive income, whether these are side hustles, whether this is like even getting a job. But I have to increase my income. If I had a job, I'd negotiate for a salary increase or like move to a different country or start a side hustle. But the point is, I have to increase my income. That's number one. Number two, yes, I have to increase my passive income, right? I said I'm going to increase my active income. The stuff that I sell every day, right? I'm a thrifter. I sell clothes. I sell accessories. I've also improved my product offering. That's number one way in which I'm increasing my active income. Number two is my passive income, which means I'm going to focus a lot on dividend-paying companies this year, on dividend-paying ETFs. I'm going to focus a lot on staking my cryptocurrencies, on finding interesting ways of making passive income in my cryptocurrencies, like in the previous episode. And number three, I have to just like improve how my YouTube does, because the YouTube is another like passive income strategy. So I have to increase my passive income strategy as much as I'm increasing my active income. I have to increase my income. I can't depend on my shares anymore. The value has gone down, and number two, the cost of living has gone up that much more. So I have to increase my income. That's the most important thing. The other one is like I'm becoming more risk averse. I know a lot of people say that innovation thrives, during uncertainty, but I'm learning risk aversion now. And again, that's in paying safe dividend stocks, and also number two in like buying safe dividend paying ETFs. I'm just like learning how to strategize around risk aversion and risk management. Number two, the other thing that I'm doing is dollar cost averaging. So, the share price going down is a gift and a curse at the same time. It's a curse because obviously now I can't like be selling, because like the value has gone down, and in some points I'm even in the negative. So I can't really depend on those for like when I need things, right? And number two, the gift, right? Because that was the curse, right? I can't depend on it. I can't like make withdrawals. The gift is now that the value has gone down, the price has gone down. I can buy more shares at a cheaper price. What people say is a discount, right? Things are at a discount. Shares are at a discount. Cryptocurrencies are at a discount. So that's like a good thing, right? So in some of the companies that I believe in, I will definitely be dollar cost averaging. I will be like reducing my entry price, because another thing is your entry price like does determine the value of your profit and how much profit that you make. So if you got in at an all-time high, for example, if you bought your crypto at R1,000,000, the first time you're buying like Bitcoin at R1,000,000, and now it's down to 600,000, you're definitely at a negative, and you definitely can't be selling. But if you got in at 400,000 and it's now at 600,000, you're still at a profit, even though at the all-time high, right, you would have doubled the value. But if you didn't sell and you held and went back down, you're still kind of at a profit. So like there's not that much like loss. You know what I'm saying? Because you're technically still at a profit depending on your entry price. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm gonna dollar cost average in the shares that I believe in, which I'm at a negative in companies like Square, and my Ethereum, right? In my cryptocurrency like Ethereum, I kind of did get in Ethereum when it was kind of high, but now that the value of Ethereum has gone down, I can dollar cost average my Ethereum, right? I can buy more Ethereum at this discount. Companies that I like, Square, I'm at a red or a negative in Square, but because I believe in the company, I'm going to dollar cost average Square. I'm going to keep on buying more Square, even though the value has gone down up to 60% from its all-time high. 60 freaking percent, right? So that is the gift that I'm getting. But the curse is I can't like sell my other shares that have gone down by 20%. Like for example, if I owned any Facebook, it's down 20%. I can't now be selling, like it looks like I'm selling at a loss and things like that. I'm selling at like a low price. Like that's not gonna happen. So that's the gift and the curse that comes from like decreased prices in shares. But again, I have to increase my income because generally the cost of living has gone up that much more, right? But the other thing that I want to do is just like increase the strength of my investment community. This is using like what we call stock filling or crowdfunding, depending on where you are in the world, right? I want to increase the value of my community. We need to like do this group economic thing more deliberately and more strictly, right? We need to work together in my community. The people that like I'm actually creating, I'm not going to say personal relationships, but we've moved from just talking specific. We've moved from talking general things to talking specific things. And we can now create like professional relationships because we have created like a relationship generally. It might not be personal. We might not be friends, but we've created a relationship where there's enough like trust and respect to now have a professional business relationship. So I want to like maximize the value that I'm getting from my investment community. I want to start using the crowdfunding model or the stockful model or just the group economics model from the investment community that I'm creating, because that is the purpose of the community. And now because we have to increase our income and there's also a discount in the market, I think this is like the opportune time, right, for as going back to the phrase, innovation thrives in terms of uncertainty. This is where I'm also going to maybe try and as a group see how we can thrive in terms of uncertainty, but maybe in other spaces I'm going to also learn risk aversion, and the two can meet, right? I don't mind the the strategies of risk aversion can definitely meet with the strategies of innovation to create a more balanced like understanding of how to move into the future. But at the end of the day, all of this is you're gonna need like discipline and consistency, right? That's the bottom line, right? To create income, passive or active, I just need a lot of discipline, a lot of consistency, a lot of innovation, a lot of innovative thinking, and just always seeking like growth, seeking opportunity, and seeking value. You know, that's just like how I think is how I'm gonna move into the future. I think I just need to. I'm trying to create a mentality of constantly seeking growth, constantly seeking opportunity, and constantly seeking value, and allocating capital, allocating time, allocating in intelligent capacity and emotional capacity to where I see opportunity, growth, and value. And that is like my general strategy for 2022. It's definitely informed by the increase in living expenses. It's definitely informed by the um, loss in market value in cryptocurrencies and the American market. So I just have to increase my income in whether it's active, whether it's passive, dividend buying stocks or staking my crypto, um, investing more time into my YouTube, also just like strengthening the value of my community, creating um, actual monetary value outside of learning how to invest. We can actually come together and create group value, group economics, group strength, whether it's by stock sale or crowdfunding, and just like understand risk aversion a little bit more, like be more like understanding about risk management and risk aversion, leverage and things like that, just be more like I can't think of the English word right now, but just be more like open to risk management, risk aversion, and understanding things like that, right? And also dollar cost averaging, right? The opportunity that I get from dollar cost averaging in companies that I really, really believe in, or rand cost averaging in cryptocurrency that I really, really believe in because the value has gone down. And again, using my my community to stimulate local economics. I think I want to be more involved in actually the day-to-day local economics of like my community. You know, this is not just my virtual investing community, but the real community that I like live with day to day. I think finding opportunities like within my community a little bit more. That's that again, that mentality of constantly seeking growth, value, and opportunity within my community. So that is my general strategy for 2022. I hope you find value in it, and I hope it, like I said, it is informed by the reality, but it is going to change as time goes on. So I hope you also find your way and your understanding of reality as it is, and then finding creative, innovative ways of creating money, finding financial independence, and hopefully retiring early. Thank you for watching. Bye.